Yes, it's up.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
Given a little bit of air. Oh, yes! That is a monster!
What's up, guys? We're back. We are still in Newlands after the Betway SA20 final, and what a final it was. Now, I'm sure you watched our first countdown. Today, we're ready to break down our next 10. We're going from 20 to 11, and we're still at the Wicket Brewery, one of Chris Morris's best places in the world. Why? Because they serve beer. Morris, how are you? Great to see you.
I'm good, Nikhil. Thank you. Looking very nice in sky blue. Happy to see it.
And I love that shirt, but we can't really see the color. It's a little crisp.
Yeah, I hear you.
Your iron for Christmas.
Thank you, bud.
Next
Thank you.
Christmas.
Appreciate you.
At number 20, this guy is everywhere, just like Murray. Rassie van der Dussen, a man you played with and against many times. 9 innings, 247 runs, averaging 27, struck at 130. What was important this year, Murray, was that outside the power play, he accelerated, struck at close to 150. He would have got some points for that. And for the first time in his SA20 career, had more than 150 in a season. How would you rate his overall year?
I think of a little bit of up and down. I think he has been criticised in the past of maybe batting too slow, but he is that type of player that gets in and then explodes towards the end. But look, I thought he was brilliant with Ryan Rickelson up at the top. Obviously not the season that Mike Capson would have wanted, but look, when he did come off, he came off properly. And, you know, he's such a difficult guy to bowl to. Senior player, you know, important part of that squad. And, you know, apart from what he brings to the bat, I think what he brings off the field in the change room and the experience and stuff, I think that's vital. And the guy that you want in your side, because you know on the day when he does come off, he comes off properly and wins you a game. So, look, I think a few of his dismissals, you can say, were a little bit unlucky this year. Tactically, guys were brilliant to him. So, look, he'll probably go back to the drawing board and go, okay, look, this is a pattern of where guys are trying to get me out and come back stronger next year. But I thought he was really, really good. And he'll always be disappointed with the standards that he sets himself. He'll always be disappointed with the amount of runs he's got. But all in all, not a bad season. And yeah, I'm sure he'll be chuffed to be in the top 20.
Remember also, guys, we are using the SA20 MVP ranking system. It takes into account match conditions, pressure, and impact of players. So analysing situations of where guys bowl, where they score their runs, and maybe who they even dismiss as well. Excellent tool and one of the unique ones going around in world cricket. Number 19, Chris, it's Dan Lawrence. I like to call him Mr. Clutch because he came in late and won a few games for the Power Royals, 202 runs in 7 innings and 9 handy overs as well. What about that 63 against the SG to chase 186?
Look, I thought that you want to talk about impact. He came in and made an impact straight away. You know, coming into a side, and look, I think he would have enjoyed to have batted at the Wanderers in that first game that he played that got rained out. And look, the way he's come in, the way he's brought his experience, even with the ball, he did some damage. And you know, to have someone like that of that experience coming in, and almost someone that goes under the radar in international cricket, to be fair. And you know, he came in, made an impact, obviously came in a little bit later, and then eventually having to take over his captaincy once David Miller went down with injury. So, look, for a first season to be playing as many games he did and come out and the impact he made, I think he can be very chuffed. Obviously not going all the way to the final potentially. They felt that they were disappointed by not getting to the final, but look, the way he came in, by all accounts, great man off the field, and you know, to come in and lead the team after only being in there for a couple of games was an excellent achievement. So, look, big moments, big players yet again.
Unconventional as well, hard to bowl to. Number 18, his teammate, Lhuan-dre Pretorius, didn't have as electric of a season as we saw last year in his first, but 224 runs in 11 innings, couple of 50s in wins, 98 in Parle against my Cape Town, not out, probably should have got 100 there, Lou, and then 51 against GSK, but only 75 in the other 9 innings. Is this top 20 ranking fair?
Oh, look, we've got to remember, obviously, impact with the keeping as well and taking catches at the right time, stumpings. And what I did enjoy was a lot of energy behind the stumps, a lot of chat behind the stumps, which was great. A great camaraderie between the Paul Royals team.
I don't think you get points for that camaraderie.
Well, it adds to your value to a team, Nikhil. You know, you could.
It's the Murray's ranking system, guys.
Could learn from that. A bit
camaraderie.
Add value off the field.
I don't add value off the field.
But yeah, I think he'll be disappointed with the runs that he made. I think he would have wanted to get more. Obviously, conditions weren't the same as they were last year, where he came in and just played. A little bit of an unknown last year. This year, guys would have done a little bit more research. into the way he gets out, the way, I think that front pad got hit a few times this season, so something that he'll look to work on. But look, he's still so young. That's what we need to realize. It feels like he's this guy that's been around forever already. It's his second Betway SA20 season. So look, he's got very high standards, as a lot of the players do, but he would have been a little bit disappointed. Best time to bat up at the top, and that 98 and that 50 you got were great knocks, but someone to definitely build on in the future for South Africa and the Paarl Royals, because he's an absolute jet.
We're staying with the Paarl Royals, Murray, and this is where I'm going to have to draw a line, and I'm going to be writing to the league and the MVP ranking system.
I know exactly who you're talking about.
At number 17, break a glass or something, earth-shattering. Ottneil Baartman, the leading wicket taker of the competition, is ranked at 17. Now, 20 wickets in 9 games. He did miss 2 games to injury. And I was racking my brain last night, Murray, thinking, how could this man be so low? I wonder if it's because a lot of his wickets are low-order wickets, so he's gotten a lot of bowlers out. Because he bowls so much at the end of the innings, 11 of the 20 wickets are in the last 5 overs. But 17, is that justified?
No, it's not justifiable in my books. That old saying that everyone talks about is that batters win your games, bowlers win your tournaments. And unfortunately, Ottneil Baartman, doesn't matter who he plays for, is going to win you games of cricket because he's so consistent. And I think what the algorithm needs to figure out is how difficult it is to bowl at the death. It wasn't only just getting bowlers out. He was getting some seriously good batters out with the new ball. His economy with the new ball was brilliant. His consistency with the new ball was brilliant. And then to come in at the end in the pressure situations and knock people's stumps over, set the field right, bowl to plans. I can't believe he's at 17. He needs to be higher. And unfortunately, our man, the Ottneil Baartman at 17, it's not great. It's not a good look for the MVP, but it's pouring out for the algorithm.
And after a nice drink of switch water, Chris Morris is ready. For number 16, it is Senuran Muthusamy. Very happy to see him on this list because he was underrated. 12 wickets in 10 matches at 7 runs and over. Very, very good. What do you think? They won the competition.
And he's one of those team men that you're just happy to just get on with his job. He's not one of the, I'm sure he won't mind me saying this, he's not one of the flashy cricketers. He's not one of the guys that's all about the flair and the celebrations and all of that. Someone who's incredibly passionate about playing the game, someone who loves taking wickets, someone who loves hitting balls, and someone that's in the team that just goes about what he's doing. He's a team man through and through, and he just snuck under the radar there with the power lineup of batting that the Sunrisers had and the powerhouse bowling lineup they had. He was just the guy in the background and did such a brilliant job when he came into the game, whether it was with the bat or the ball. So very tough that he's in there in the top 20, and as someone that you'd want in your team because he just gets on with it. And it's a brilliant season, I think.
Thumbs up. SA20 ranking system, you got this one correct. Number 15, coming down to the top 10, it is Matthew Breetzke. 291 runs in 10 innings. That's the right pronunciation?
Yes, Breetzke.
Breetzke, jet ski, as
there we go.
Murray says. Average 36. Strike rate was a little low, 116, but 3 half centuries, and of course, 1 in the final. And a new role as well. Opened before, batted at 3 and 4 this season. I think top 15 is fair.
Absolutely. I thought he was absolutely brilliant. He's got this way about it. He goes about his business. A lot of energy, a lot of noise when he bats. Rotates a strike, and he bats with intensity, and also someone who doesn't waste time. When he gets in. But yeah, like I say, just someone who builds a platform, and once they get in, can really, it's someone that you need at the end, especially on difficult pitches. And the way he went about his business yet again in the season, as you said, new role coming in and really, really maturing as a player. And again, someone that's going to be around for a very long time, because if he keeps going on the trajectory that he's going, he's going to be playing a lot of Betway SA20.
And next on the list is his teammate and someone who he batted with a lot this season, Jordan Hermann, who was the rising star of the season, of course. 273 runs in 10 innings. I think the only reason maybe he was higher than Breetzke was the strike rate was a lot higher, 137, batting majority in the middle. The biggest addition to his game this year, though, was a 200 strike rate in the last 5. I've never seen Hermann bat like that. Were you impressed?
Also, a different type of role for him. I mean, domestic cricket and four-day cricket specifically opens the batting. So now to come in for someone who usually in the middle order would be the person who has the power game, if you want to call it. And all of a sudden, he's come in and shown that he can play, first of all around the ground. And second of all, he can hit it out the stadium. Plays spin really, really well, which I was really impressed with. And when quick bowlers come on, that's when he really, really thrives. So, look, for me personally, he has been one, I don't want to call him the find of the season because he's been doing it season in, season out. 3 trophies now with Sunrisers, and just an excellent person to have in the team, and a great fielder in the outfield. Absolutely covers ground, throws his body around. So, top 20. Definitely. I probably would have put him in my top 10. I'll be honest with you. I thought he was that good this season.
Call.
Came in very difficult situations. I was almost a glue for that batting lineup at the Sunrisers. So I thought he was excellent.
I'm going to hold you to that. And in the next episode, when we pick our top 10, I'm going to see who Chris Morris will take out. But we're getting closer. 13 is the Power Royals captain. A lot of Power Royals in this middle 10. David Miller. And I take you back to that one innings. They were 35 for 4. And he got 71 not out against the champions, chasing 149. Every year, he is just so efficient and just wins games.
Absolutely, and that's just the experience coming through of the big moments. Someone who's been doing it for his whole career, when he comes in the crunch times, soaks up pressure and then puts it back on the opposition. Also, we need to mention that he's also been coming back from injury, so not a lot of cricket coming into the tournament. So the fact that he's come in and done what he's done and played as well as he has and led his team really, really well. I know he'll be very disappointed for missing out on the last 2 games due to injury, but look, impact that he made, obviously on the field, off the field, big decisions, great coaching staff. They're all open conversations, and a great person to lead a team almost to the final. So another good season for Dave Miller. Pity about the injury, but he is getting on in age. So I love the fact that I said that.
Something's wrong with you. And the leadership as well. I mean, he was great for them on the field. You could see the difference when he wasn't there. Number 12, another leader, someone who captained JSK at the end of the tournament. James Vince, 263 runs in 7 innings. Back-to-back 50s in the tournament, and he came late, of course, but he really gave them a chance in the playoffs. He was superb.
Nikhil, I know you had a few issues of the way I was reacting to James Vince's highlights, but my goodness, when he gets going.
Give us the tutorial.
Every time that man hit a ball on the front foot or the back foot and it raced away for 4, I would literally just give it the big,
commentary.
That's how I really felt, because it is absolutely brilliant to watch a man bat. He comes in and what people don't realize, he's actually a very, very big man. He's a lot taller than people think, and he's got a presence about him. Very passionate about playing cricket, and you could see that in the celebrations. You could see how he led towards the end with the injury to Faf and Donovan Ferreira. So look, all class, came in, big player, big moments, got the runs, and unfortunately didn't get to all the way to the final. But my goodness, once he got going, it was brilliant to watch. So very tough that he's in that top 20, because potentially if he was here for the full season, he could have definitely broken into the top 10.
And our last player, before we get to our top 10, is a man from my part of the world, my exact country as well. Shai Hope, Shai Diego Hope is number 11. 276 runs in 11 innings. Moved between opening and 3, but everyone would have remembered that 100. The highest score ever in the SA20. 118 from 69 balls in Durban, a game they won. And I assume that's why he's so high on the list, because of that 1 knock.
Yeah, and all class as well. I mean, if he was one of those batters, if he gets going, he's also quite nice on the eye to watch. He plays all around the ground, and it's classical cricket batting. There's not much slogging going around there. So, no, I thought he was brilliant again, keeping the gloves, keeping at the back with gloves on, obviously. But I thought he was brilliant with the spinners. I thought the way he moved the field around, the way he was loud, and also, again, you could see the passion behind the stumps. And for an international player to come on and show that type of passion in our tournament makes a lot of us quite happy. But brilliant guy in the team, brilliant leader in the team, and almost got the mighty Pretoria Capitals over the line.
Easy, Morris. So we just did our 20 to 11. Anybody in there you think should be in the top 10? You told me Breetzke. Are you going for maybe a Baartman, a Vince? Anyone else you think should have been in the top 10?
A Baartman, Hermann,
and Breetzke.
Breetzke.
Baartman, Hermann, Breetzke is in Morris's top 10. Who is in the top 10 of the SA20 MVP ranking system? Join us for the next episode to find out. And remember, we're going to unveil the best and most important player of the competition. See you soon.